Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Michelle. If you're new here, my name is Mish Market on Poshmark and on Instagram. This is Leo. He's in just about every video now. He just loves to join me, so he'll probably be popping in and out. I want to go over a couple of brands that no longer sell for me. I just wrote down a list in a notebook that I've got right here, and I wrote down actually more than 10, and I realized that I still pick some of these things up with like a rare exception, and I'll tell you what the exception is if that comes up. But anyway, let's just jump right in. The first brand I no longer pick up to resell is Loft and Taylor. That being, it's just a career brand. It's a mall brand that I think most people are familiar with, and it's just something that sits forever for me. If it's a pretty basic piece, it's not going to go for that much, and so it's just something I've decided to stop picking up. I don't want to say that I will never pick up any of the brands that I mention, but I will say that it would have to be really, really cute for me to be picking up Lofter and Taylor again. And then with Lofted and Taylor, I also don't pick up Lou & Grey, which is, I believe, owned by Loft or maybe owned by Ann Taylor, but anyway, they're all one giant company. And so Lou & Grey, it's just like cozy, casual pieces that they just, when I have had them, they don't sell for very much, and so I just don't pick it up anymore. The next one that I don't pick up anymore, or that I'm very, very picky about, is Lululemon, specifically the tank tops. So I will pick up Lululemon leggings, Lululemon dress, Lululemon whatever else, the jackets especially, but I have a hard time finding the tank tops priced at the right price in my area and being able to resell them for a decent amount. When I was looking at comps today, just at like in general what Lululemon tank tops are going for, you can get a tank top for like $10 to $20, and that's just not, it's just not a ton. And so when you're paying up for lots of items, a lot of the Goodwills and thrift stores around me mark up Lululemon, so it just doesn't make sense for me to pick those things up anymore unless it's like a really unique piece or like a unicorn or something like that. Brand number 3 is Lucky Brand. I don't think I've ever really picked up a ton of Lucky Brand, and when I did, it just would sit forever or just not sell for very much. And Lucky Brand, being another mall brand, one of their specialties is denim, and I knew them from when I worked in retail. Yeah, I just don't sell a ton of it. And then there were like, you know, a handful of pieces that sold really quickly, but not for a lot. And so with the sort of aesthetic that I'm trying to keep in my closet, there's just a select number of brands that I'm no longer picking up. So that's one of them. Oh, another one, I don't really pick up Athleta. Let me tell you why. A lot of people pick up Athleta, and I know it's like a big popular one, as well as a couple of the other ones that are on here, and I just don't sell it for a high price point. There are a couple of pieces that I know will sell for more, like maybe plus sizes or a few of the pants, but not like leggings or tank tops or swimsuits or whatever else. I've tried it and it's just not going for that much. And then the more recent pieces I've had have sat forever, so I'm just not picking up Athleta anymore. I pass it all the time. Okay, let's see. Oh, another one is ASOS. ASOS carries lots of other third-party brands, and every time I have something from ASOS in my closet, even if it's new with tags, even if it's like cute, it just doesn't, nothing happens. It doesn't really move. And I think that's probably because you can buy something from ASOS for pretty cheaply, and so you're not necessarily seeking out ASOS to resell, or sorry, to purchase secondhand. I'm not sure, but it's one of those brands that I'm really, really particular with, and I just don't prefer to pick it up anymore. Along with mall brands and stuff like that, I don't really pick up Talbots. Now, I said this, and the moment I said it, I thought of something that I actually just picked up that was Talbots. I have a sweater back here that's like, you know, a chunky grandpa sweater, and what are you doing? I have like a chunky grandpa sweater that I think is really on trend, and it's very fitting for my closet at the moment, but otherwise I don't really pick up Talbots unless it's like something particularly special or very much on trend. Okay. Next one is Joie. I don't pick up Joie as often. I used to pick it up a lot, and I still have a few pieces that are Joie in my closet now, but they've been sitting forever, and it's one of those things that as much as I like it and though it retails for a lot, I just don't think the resale value is maybe there for maybe the pieces I have. I don't know. I want to put a caveat on just about everything because if these items are selling for you or if you like picking them up and if it works for you, then keep doing that. It's just that these things are things that these brands are things that I'm not really loving anymore. They're not really fitting my closet. I'm trying to curate a certain aesthetic and I'm trying to keep a very tight curated look and I'm still working on that. It's not perfect just yet, but I definitely feel like by not picking up some of these brands, it's helping me to get there. So anyway, moving on. It's like a group of items, okay? So this is a bunch of denim brands that I don't pick up just because every time I've picked them up, they sit forever. Like I can pick up the cutest high-rise skinny jeans and they will just sit for me. So anyway, the brands are all of the Anthropologie denim jeans. Like Paige, Adriana Goldschmied, Citizens of Humanity, J Brand. Now, the exceptions, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Like if specifically for Citizens of Humanity and AG jeans, Adriano Goldschmied. That's a tongue twister. And the exception to those brands would be for Citizens of Humanity, the Rocket jeans are, those will still sell for a decent amount. And the AG jeans, there are like a couple of styles like wide leg trousers and there's probably a few others that I can't think of that I know will still resell for a decent bit. Maybe I haven't found them yet, but yeah, just in general, as a rule of thumb, I don't pick those brands up and I just don't. That's it. This brand, I want to say that I don't pick it up, but I do. It's just that I'm extremely picky. And that, I think, goes for the next couple of them, which would be Zara, J. Crew, and Banana Republic. All mall brands that I'm just very, very picky about. The reason being, I think it's really easy to find those brands. I think that they're very accessible. And so I think that the market in general for all three are pretty saturated. And so you have to find a really, really cute style for it to sell for a decent amount. And like I said, if you love selling mall brands, if any of these still sell for you and they still work, that's great. Keep doing that. It's just things that I'm incredibly picky about and I'm becoming more and more particular over. So for J. Crew, I'll still pick up J. Crew if it's J. Crew collection or if it's like from this year and it's really on trend and I think it's really cute. Great. Banana Republic, I just bought a dress that was Banana Republic a couple of weeks ago. Haven't sold it just yet, but I think that as far as Banana Republic, J. Crew, and Zara go, it's hit or miss. Soft Surroundings is another one. I've sold all of the soft surroundings that I've ever purchased. So it's not that it's not selling, it's just something that that doesn't necessarily go for my closet. I think that the audience is a little bit more mature, and I think you can order soft surroundings by catalog, or if it's one of those like maybe only available online. I've never seen a soft surroundings store, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I just feel that soft surroundings is something that is not for me to be picking up anymore. It sells, it just doesn't sell for more than $20 or $25, and it's just something I prefer to avoid. And I think we're over 10 now, but okay, I'm just gonna go, I'm just gonna keep going. Another brand that I want to say brand, but it's not brand. Another brand and specifically style that I am trying to avoid is Madewell jeans. Reason being, I think the high-rise, very on-trend, like raw hem, whatever, specifically Madewell jeans, they will still sell and they'll sell for a good bit, but I think it's one of those brands that is hard for me to find at the right price point, so I just tend to avoid it because it's not reselling for as much as it used to. I mentioned this in a what sold video that I just did, and I just sold a pair of Madewell jeans for $25, whereas, you know, a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, that same pair of jeans maybe would have sold for $60, $50. So it's something I'm just really picky about. It's not that I'm not picking them up at all. It's just something I'm more particular over, you know? And I don't know if I said this already because I'm not doing this in any particular order, but I also don't pick up Bowden. Now, I say this again because I I think it's important. If it's selling for you, keep doing it. But Bowden is something that I'm very, very picky about. I won't pick up all Bowden styles. And the reason being, it's just, I think, again, another preppier, more mature audience. And the closet that I'm trying to curate for myself is trendier, maybe vintage, like cozy, artsy, little oversized kind of aesthetic. And this is more of a career style, preppier. It would go along the lines of like Vineyard Vines and Ann Taylor and Loft and that kind of thing. So Bowden is just one of the ones I'm trying to avoid. Well, not trying. I just avoid it. All that being said, I hope this was helpful. I sort of just looked at my recent solds and I went back in my history to see like things that have sat forever. And even especially Zara and ASOS, like those are things that I really loved picking up, especially in the beginning, because they were things that I was shopping at, and it was just, those were brands I could relate to at the time. And then when I try to resell them, they just don't sell for a ton, or that they sit forever, and I would just rather sell things at a quicker pace. Anyway, you get what I'm saying, I hope. But again, I would definitely pick up anything from any one of these brands if it was trendy, if it had really high comps, if I felt like it was a unicorn piece, I still would. But for sure, I try to avoid all of the above. If any of these brands don't sell for you, let me know down in the comments, because I kind of want to know. If they do well for you, let me know as well, because I feel like, you know, like some people do really well with certain brands and they just don't sell quickly for me. I don't know. I think maybe it's having different buyers that are coming into your closet versus mine. I don't know. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Ring the bell down below so you'll be notified when I post more content like this. If you're interested in these videos and you're interested in me, you can subscribe to my channel down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.